Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we're diving into a massive, literally game-changing shift that's happening right now. We're looking at how everyday people are launching incredibly lucrative AI micro-enterprises, and get this, they're doing it entirely without traditional computer science backgrounds. We are officially moving way beyond the era of needing massive development teams. Instead, we're entering an age where a single person, armed with the right AI tools, can build out entire software platforms and service agencies all on their own.
If you still believe the myth that you need a giant team to build a successful tech business, well, just look at this number, $75 million. That represents the approximate annual profit of Medfee, which is an AI-powered telehealth company specializing in GLP-1 weight loss services. As of August 2025, they were generating tens of millions of dollars with only 2 employees at the helm. 2! It absolutely shatters expectations and proves the staggering potential earnings of this micro-enterprise revolution we're talking about.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the micro-enterprise AI boom. Then look at content, video, and marketing. After that, we'll dive into building custom AI agents, explore vibe coding for beginners, and finally, wrap up with a much-needed work slop reality check.
All right, part 1, the micro-enterprise AI boom. Let's look at the core infrastructure that is currently driving this wild democratization of software.
The absolute crucial point here is understanding a concept known as vibe coding. It's this awesome term popularized by AI researcher Andre Karpathy to describe a totally new era of development. Basically, in this workflow, you just describe a task in a prompt, and the large language model generates the functioning product for you. Karpathy actually noted that tools like Cursor Composer are getting so good that you can essentially just say stuff, run stuff, and copy-paste stuff to build out an app. You don't necessarily need to understand how or why the code works underneath. This completely changes the game, opening the door for absolute beginners who understand business logic over coding syntax. And using these exact vibe coding tools, you can start high-demand businesses across some incredibly lucrative sectors right now. You could launch AI content creation agencies or design businesses pumping out top-tier branding. You could build fully automated AI-powered YouTube channels or even AI-personalized education platforms that adapt to students on the fly. And honestly, because traditional companies are scrambling to keep up, demand is just surging for B2B solutions like AI automation consulting, marketing services, agent development, and data and research services. Sure, the tools are accessible, so competition is fierce, but the demand for these specific services is growing exponentially. And the potential earnings? They're massive because your overhead is essentially zero.
Moving right along to Section 2, content, video, and marketing. If you're looking to start an agency today, this is where some of the most immediate, highly visible disruption is happening. A brilliant illustration of the power of this new way of working is Waymark Studios. They use generative AI tools like DALL-E and Midjourney to create a fully AI-generated film called The Frost. And now, they're experimenting with using these exact same tools to generate entire advertisements and commercials for companies in mere seconds. When you compare that to a traditional Hollywood post-production crew, you instantly see how a beginner can jump in today. An AI design or content creation micro-enterprise can deliver professional-grade video assets at a fraction of the cost in a fraction of the time. Demand for AI design and marketing services is absolutely exploding. This is perfectly visualized by the virtual influencer market. We're talking about computer-generated digital characters powered by AI that act exactly like human influencers on social media. Global spending on this sector reached over $4.6 billion in 2024 and is expected to completely shatter $8 billion by 2025. That's nearly doubling in a single year. Brands want these virtual influencers because they offer complete creative control. For an aspiring AI entrepreneur, this represents a massive, highly profitable niche you can tap right into. Now, behind the scenes, if you're running an AI marketing or automation consultancy, your real value lies in mastering a super simple but powerful 3-step cycle. It starts with collect, capturing user data and behaviors. Next comes reason, where the AI steps in to transform that raw data into actual insight, finding patterns that humans would naturally just miss. And finally, act, instantly delivering a hyper-personalized campaign directly to the prospect. Automating this exact cycle is what businesses will gladly pay you top dollar for today. Plus, AI data and research services are totally replacing tedious manual analysis with instant personalized insights.
Consider platforms like Yasiop, which instantly turns structured data into natural language executive summaries and financial reports across multiple languages. If you're starting an AI data service business, you don't need a massive team of analysts anymore. You literally just need to know how to deploy the right language models to mine unstructured market data and instantly output tailored business intelligence for your clients.
All right, Section 3, Building Custom AI Agents. This is where you move from creating content to fundamentally rewiring how a business operates. Get this, recent studies show that generative AI has already increased productivity in contact centers by 15%. Because of that undeniable boost, businesses are desperate for consultants who can build them custom digital assistants. Chatbots infused with natural language processing can now speak to customers in an easy-to-understand conversational tone, anticipating needs and auto-summarizing interactions to free up human agents. As an AI agent developer, you can walk into almost any traditional company, implement these tools, and immediately prove a 15 to 40% boost in their operational productivity. This is exactly why corporate demand for these custom agents is completely off the charts right now.
To put AI's predictive capabilities into perspective, think about the retail giant Target. They actually used predictive algorithms to identify pregnant shoppers based entirely on really subtle buying habits, like suddenly switching to unscented lotion and zinc vitamins. They were able to predict a customer's due date and send personalized ads, driving billions of dollars in revenue. This perfectly proves the immense value of AI data services. If your micro enterprise can help a mid-sized retailer implement even a fraction of this predictive analytics power, your services become completely indispensable. Which brings us to Section 4, Vibe Coding for Beginners. Let's talk about how this actually works and the specific skills you need if you're just starting out.
The sheer scale of adoption among top-tier tech founders is staggering. A recent batch from the prestigious startup accelerator Y Combinator revealed that 25% of new startup companies had code bases that were 95% AI-generated. 95%. You no longer need to spend years learning complex syntax. The new skills you need are logical thinking, prompting, and knowing how to orchestrate AI models to write the actual code for you.
And hey, if you don't want to touch code at all, no worries. The massive no-code and low-code market, which was estimated to have reached $15.5 billion back in 2020, totally has you covered. Because this market relies heavily on visual interfaces, pre-built templates, and natural language, you absolutely don't need a traditional computer science background. Regular marketers, educators, and consultants can expedite application building just by configuring graphical interfaces. This is exactly how absolute beginners can start building automated agency systems today.
Finally, Section 5, the Work Slop Reality Check. Because the barrier to entry has dropped to zero, the competition level is skyrocketing, and we need to ground this explainer with a vital warning. The Harvard Business Review recently warned us about a phenomenon they coined work slop. It's a dangerous trap where unreviewed, rapid-fire AI outputs masquerade as good work, but actually lack any real substance to meaningfully advance a task. Relying on work slop doesn't improve productivity. It actually undermines trust and collaboration among colleagues and clients. Let me be clear. If your new AI agency just mindlessly generates unedited content or code, you will quickly lose your clients to the competition. In fact, relying entirely on AI can backfire spectacularly on complex projects. A recent trial showed that while developers felt generative AI coding tools made them 24% faster, the reality of debugging that complex AI code actually slowed them down by 19%. Generative AI is fantastic for basic tasks, but when you're dealing with complex problems or safety-critical code, the rush to prematurely adopt AI without proper oversight can incur massive technical debt.
We're already seeing this exact problem on platforms like GitHub. They're dealing with such a huge influx of buggy AI contributions that people are calling it an eternal September for open source, where maintainers are completely overwhelmed by lower quality code. The big takeaway here is crucial for your business strategy. Anyone can generate AI content or code today. Your real value as an entrepreneur and the ultimate human skill you absolutely must develop is your ability to act as the editor. You must be able to curate, debug, and ensure strict quality control over the AI's output. That is how you beat the competition.
So, the tools to build a highly profitable microenterprise are literally sitting right on your desktop. But in a world where anyone can generate a mountain of AI work slop in a matter of seconds, the winners won't be the ones who generate the most, they will be the ones who curate the best. So the question is, knowing the immense potential and the real pitfalls, How will you leverage these incredible no-code interfaces and vibe coding techniques to build something of actual substance today?